Okay, so what is this graph going to look like? Okay, well, we have a horizontal asymptote at -1. We've got our horizontal asymptote at +1. Okay, as x goes to infinity. At x equals 3, we have this vertical asymptote at x equals 3. I'm just scaling this here. And as x approaches 3 from the positive side, it's going up to infinity. And then from the going out to positive infinity is equal to +1. Okay, so when we look at as x goes to infinity, or +3 from the negative side, it's also going up to positive infinity, but now it's going down to -1 as a horizontal asymptote. And at x equals 0, I don't think we did this, but as x approaches 0, looks like we're going to end up with 0. Okay, as x approaches 0, at x equals 0, y equals 0, so I put a point through 0. And that's not a point maybe that we've been using, but if we have coordinates to work with, we really should incorporate them as best we can. So there is some things that we have to be concerned about a little bit, and this is not something we worry about yet. Okay, but there is this possibility that the graph can drop underneath and approach the -1 from the other side, or same with the +1. Okay, so this is something that it's like a bit of a preview in that we will look at some of those, but for now we're not going to worry about them. If we see an horizontal asymptote like that, we're going to assume that it doesn't cross that asymptote. But that's not a true statement. You can cross horizontal asymptotes. You cannot cross vertical asymptotes, but you can cross horizontal asymptotes. And again, I encourage you to check your graphs when you graph them. Okay, try to understand why those pieces are the way they are. And when you see pieces that are unexplainable, that you're not sure about, you want to make note of them. And as we go along, we'll explain more details of a graph. We will not ever get to every single detail of every graph, but as we move along, we're going to develop understanding of how to get more details of graphs. And that is a big part of calculus, is learning how these graphs behave and how we get graphs to look the way they do.